Time to figure out where on now for the fun part. Here, congratulations.
Texas versus Ohio State, a rematch of that Cotton Bowl semifinal playoff collision where the Buckeyes survived. Both replacing a lot of stars from those teams. Both expect to contend for a championship this season. Welcome to the Old Horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. The Longhorns will kick this deep to get us going. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. Excellent work by the coverage team. He's brought down after just a short return. So Ohio State's offense comes on the field first today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you...
Here he goes. As the first down is still going. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play. They bring them down, but a heads-up play to scoop up the fumble and make first down yardage. Look out, room to run here. Jukes to get past a man. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. They're going to run it here. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. In the shotgun, handoff inside. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play. Offense now behind the sticks on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Grab behind the line. It's Peoples. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. And a strong opening drive here, but now they face 3rd down in the red zone. To throw, it's Sayin. Running out of time in the pocket. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Texas Longhorns offense gets their first crack now. They will go up against a secondary, Kirk, that talks about the no-fly zone. These guys are confident in their ability to just lock down wide receivers and take away the opponent's passing.
Seems like every year in college football, there's secondaries around the country that want to brag that they have the best group of defensive backs. I think this defense and this secondary specifically has a very strong case with what they have to work with. The question I have is, how will the offense consistently move the ball against this group today?
Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Well, Texas and Ohio State, the last time a part of college football history, of course, that classic collision in the Cotton Bowl. Jack Sawyer with the strip sack and scoop and score. The decisive play in an unforgettable football game.
Yeah, one of those big games that you can remember maybe 2 or 3 plays being the difference in the game. You mentioned a play by Jack Sawyer, of course, at the end of the first half. The screen pass to Trevion Henderson that looked like Ohio State was just trying to not turn the ball over.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
The Longhorns will have to kick this away. He's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The fair catch made at the 30-yard line. Well, Kurt, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. There's the handoff. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. The game makes it second and medium. Option look. It's Sayin. Who's in the clear? They stop him at the 45, and that's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Sayin. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. Looking to pass here on second down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. We get him down about before he gets to the plus 38. Buckeyes pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. They'll run it here. Here he goes. They make the tackle, but that really moves it inside the red zone. First down and 10 now. Now here's the toss play. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes a handoff. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's first and goal right there. The Buckeyes trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. And the quarterback keeps it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. No gain makes it second and goal from the 9. Takes off in a bootleg. Makes a quick grab. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw for it. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. He was on target the first time. This is a chip shot from just 23 yards out. Meant kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Scanning the field. It's Manning. He's running out of time here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The clock is still running up to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a 1st down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Powerful running into the secondary. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
1st down, looking to throw the football. Locates the tight end, it's complete. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. 1st and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. And 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Play action fake, looking to throw. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple. Oh, they've got him for a sack. Great defensive play, and that should do it for the half. Do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this 2nd half.
The Buckeyes will kick this deep to begin the 2nd half. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Gets it out quickly to the left side. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense made in this third down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Looking deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. Longhorns will have to punt this one away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. He'll field the punt. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Running back with the football. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run. Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, I'll say this defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
Buckeyes will have to kick it away. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. And this one will be fair caught. Here's the first play of the drive. It started at 28. And the back now goes in motion. Eludes a tackle. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. And down he goes. It's a sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up with the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Manning. A deep shot to the right. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. The Longhorns will line up to kick it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. The fair catch made at the 25-yard line. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Trying to find room. It's Peoples. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the 1st down. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Number 42, on to punt it away.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. We've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Running play goes backwards. Makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. Keeping it on the ground here. Slams right into the wall. They got him for a loss. Offense, they're going to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And they'll kick it away here. And that punt will just bounce away from the returner and out of bounds, so no return. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Leaning on the run game here. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A quick throw out left, complete. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to flip the field here. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Looking downfield. It's Manning. Quick throw over the middle. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36. So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? They desperately need it. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Moore. They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And he's down after the catch at the 12. A red zone opportunity. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Can't get it away. The defense has got it. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
And we're in the 4th quarter. This offense is spreading you out. They're trying to get a one-on-one matchup that they can take advantage of. And what does the defense do? They get aggressive. Late in the game, trying to preserve this lead, they come up with a big sack.
Here comes 3rd and long. Trailing in the game. Giving up that sack earlier could prove to be decisive. Receiver makes the grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So down 6, they need a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th down. Their last chance here. Close to the tight end. And it's incomplete. And the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. We came in expecting, Kirk, one of the best matchups of the season. In the end, number 1 goes down in a tough battle.
Well, Chris, you and I call these games a lot, and there's always such anticipation, but it's not often that they live up to the hype. You think about the last 5 to 10 years, we've called a bunch of them. This was a great one. I'm just glad we had the pleasure of covering it.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Groupers about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Ohio State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And fires complete. There he goes. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game, finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Groupers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to the tailback. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try the run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Groupers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. He wants to change this route. Snags a quick pass on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers for that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give out of the gun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. He'll pull it down.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snagged in the middle, it's ball. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the first down. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's ball. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Caught behind the line. It's Tate. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Rushes on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight.
Number 38 on the field goal.
Going right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Catch in the middle, it's Sheffield. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the Heat. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
The Groupers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense, understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack. You get the rock.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the option and try to do it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. Dead center perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Groupers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Goes to the option. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
The Groupers will line up to punt it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. Oh, a lot of space. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that breaks your heart if you're on offense, because it looks like you're just going to hand it off and run in for the easy touchdown. But because of bad ball security, that ball comes out, the defense recovers, and they're able to take over. That is a momentum-shifting play.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Chandler. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. They'll ride the hot hand. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. From the gut, the running back looking for room. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this 4th down that much harder. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. To the air, it's Sayin. Puts it out of the air.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football good.
The Buckeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll keep it himself. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Is in the air. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up in the game.
And the groupers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Find some fresh air.
Returner brings it out to the 42.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line.
First and 10.
They'll run the RPO and pull it right. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Second down coming up.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Finds his man. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it with the jet sweep. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Buckeyes are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires complete on the crosser. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point.
Quick update, guys, on the border war. One of the longest standing and most meaningful games in football. Missouri and Kansas. Here's an update. Kansas proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Jayhawks team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. The quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And they'll take a knee on 4th down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Let's quickly walk through recruiting in EA Sports College Football 26. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer. And the Bobcats will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes offense will get the first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it up to 42. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Sayin. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tate. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head to...
Wide open spaces. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator strips his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Ohio's offense will get the ball for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. Well, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew they were going to be facing two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. From the gun, he leads it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Second down coming up. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off play action. Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Back to pass, it's Navarro. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
The Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. A first down run in the red zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Got it in the middle. It's Tate. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Rides the back on the option. The give. Purdy on the Jets. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks like the defense will play quarters coverage here. They send the tight end in motion. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Tate. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UTEP overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from El Paso, these Miners got to be thrilled with the result. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And some room to work. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Under fire. Finds the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And the Bobcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Navarro. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on. Catch inside the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Bobcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Get it out on the screen. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Got a man. It's Jordan. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Hand off from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Moses, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent. It's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The quick out. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. They punted away on 4th down. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Sayed. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Complete downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. 1st and goal from the 10. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Give to the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Navarro. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 10 over Jacksonville State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. To the air, it's Navarro. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Here's a heat. Takes the easy completion.
third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. On the move. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jordan. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Navarro.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today. Offense's confidence.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games,
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Boom. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will be first on the attack. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Woo. Deep breath, right?